Alright guys, welcome back. What we're tying today is a Rattling Zonker. The Rattling Zonker is your standard Zonker pattern. And the only difference is we're going to add a 3.5 millimeter glass bead to it. That'll give it a little extra noise underwater and hopefully attract some of those bigger fish. We'll talk about the materials as we go. The hook that we're tying on today, this is a Daiichi 2220. It's a size 2, it's 4X long and 1X hard. Thread that we're tying with today is olive and 140. We're going to start here in the back of the hook. This is where all the good stuff starts. Hopefully everybody's doing good. We're going to come in with just a couple pieces of flash here. Don't need a whole lot. It's easy to overdress this. What I plucked off there was 2 pieces. And I've doubled it down and it'll end up being 4 on either side of the hook. Make sure those aren't even. We don't want even tails. We're going to tie that in. Set it to your side of the hook as you're watching the video now. We're going to tie that in a couple times. Pull your other 4 over the top and hold them on the side. Catch those in. Do a wrap behind, and over. These things are going to take a lot of punishment, so we want to make sure they're good and secure. That's a little bit long, so we're going to come in and just clip these off. But don't cut them square. You don't want to cut them square. You want them to be offset. All right. Now that those bad boys are tied in, we are going to come in with the body material. The body material today that we're using is a flexi cord. It is light pearl in 1/4 inch. We're going to measure this. We want it to overlap into our tail flash just a little bit, and we're going to stop it short about where we're going to tie in our Zonker strip in the front. I'm going to slide this right over the hook. I like to use this flat stuff when I'm using rattles. It gives me a place to build the underbelly when we get to the front. Now we're going to counter or clockwise spin our thread. We're going to pinch that flex cord. We're going to take a soft wrap, one more soft wrap, and then pull and set. We want to try to keep that from rolling. There we go. And this is going to let us build this underbelly up here. This will let us pull down and set that and make a little pouch right there. All right, for the top, we're going to be using Zonker strip in barred, rabbit, olive. We are going to measure for the tail. We want the tail to go from the tip of the fur to almost to the hook eye. You want to stop it just a little bit short. You don't want to do the full shank. You can if you want to, but what I found is fishing this, I've got a lot of short strikes, so I tend to shorten the tails up on this, and it's definitely helped out a bunch as far as dealing with those short strikes. Take a look at that. Get that set right on the top. Pull and set. One more time. Pull and set. Come in, tie that off. Don't worry, we're going to come in with some super glue and tie those bad boys in. We don't want them going anywhere. Don't take a whole lot. Now, just to get rid of this piece, and we don't want to deal with it the whole time, I'm going to come out even to the front part of the hook eye and cut that off. Then I'm going to pinch just a little bit of the tip and pull it down and cut it, and that's going to give me a bare spot. That bare spot's going to give me a place to tie in, so it's got a good secure point of tie-in right there, so we don't lose it and it don't roll around. We're going to come back into the front now, get our thread started. Clip that extra out. We're going to pull this down As you can see, it's all across the top except for this bottom piece. We're going to clockwise spin our thread. That's going to let this loop into your hand. I'm going to do an under pinch. We're going to let it pull right up into it. Pinch and loop, pinch and loop. We're going to secure that down. Good and tight right there. Just like that. And we're going to come in with a little bit of rooster. We're going to use some of this webby stuff. I'm using today Sunburst. We want this nice webby piece. You don't want the stiff ones. We're going to tie this in like a collar, but then we're going to fold it over into a throat. So we're going to measure. We only need a few wraps, so it won't take the whole thing. We're going to come in, cut this at a good anchor point. Catch that in on the side, get your rabbit out of the way. We're going to preen all these fibers to the back. We don't need but a couple wraps. We just want to make sure that they don't go forward. Come in, capture that, tie it off, clean out the excess. We're going to pull everything to the back first. Take a couple securing wraps. Then we're going to come to the top and we're going to split these. Once you get them split and even, you're going to pull them down. Get your rabbit out of the way. Take a couple over wraps, just like that. And grab our rabbit strip. We're going to pull that to the front, keeping pressure on it. You want to keep pressure on it because if you come in, just tie that bare spot and you hump that up, this stuff is going to go all over the place. So you want to kind of pull this kind of tight. Get a good, secure, tight wrap. Pull and set. Take a look at it. Make sure it's on top. And it's where you like it. And clean that stuff out. Trim it down. Now we're going to build the head. And that's it. That's the Rattling Zonker. I fish this a lot when I do stripe fishing, and that's what this is going in the box for us, for a striper. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Go check us out on Instagram and Facebook. I would say follow us on Twitter, but we ain't posted anything on Twitter in months. So we'll skip the Twitter. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe at the link in the bottom. And until next time, you guys keep tying.